who the HOA is by any regard for you guys to continue to get work. You understand that?
No.
Because
we don't work with the HOA here. We don't work with the office here, but we work for the other people.
Yeah, but I'm just.
So I can't my boss isn't going to say anything to jeopardize getting work because he's going to lose out on money. You know
I doubt he'll lose out on money. I'm sure that if there's a commercial somewhere that has your company on it that says this company helped stand up to this place is all resident owned. He's probably going to have his phone blown off the hook. There's 400 plus units here, right?
Yeah.
So, that's a lot of units. That's a lot of money he could be advertising through this because if the HOA gets, and I'm not saying they're going to get replaced, but I'm saying maybe let's say they get disciplined. And let's say the management gets disciplined, right? Because maybe they do need a disciplining at least.
Probably more than that. The whole thing probably needs to be reevaluated.
Would you say it probably is worth at least someone to look into it, like an investigation?
I mean, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think our company's not going to make a difference in it because all that happened to us was that he parked there and almost got towed.
But how many times?
Just our speculation on what.
How many times has that towing thing happened to you guys?
That's the first time.
I thought you said that you guys had to pay cash before to the same guy. Why else would you have looked him up in the past?
No, we just looked him up. That's just from yesterday. That's the first time that happened. We looked him up while we were at lunch after it happened.
Gotcha.
The guy below here got his moving van towed when he was moving in. He told us that just yesterday. We just found all that out yesterday.
Gotcha.
This is the first time anything's ever happened like that. The only other thing that ever happened with them was one time this year, the same guy, Marino, was outside cutting some wood with the extension cord out there, and they came over and said, "You guys can't cut wood outside."
Yeah.
We said, "What are we supposed to do? Cut it inside?"
Yeah.
Well, that's not our problem. So that's the only problem that we've had since then. We haven't even really been over here, but since then we were like, okay, these guys are now they're looking for weird shit. They're driving around always looking for shit,
You seem like maybe they were looking for something yesterday.
Yeah. They were watching his van. We watched them watch his van all day in the morning.
Yeah, so they were waiting for an opportunity instead of coming to talk to you like a normal person.
Yeah, like if we work in like all over the place. We work in like gated communities all over Orlando. If we park somewhere we're not supposed to, usually someone will come up and let us know when something's not right. They'll come up and go, "Hey guys, just so you know, you can't park there." They'll tell it,
I got another question. So just because you have an expertise in this field, I don't. You see a lot more of these fucking condo associations, apartment complexes and shit. I only stay in this one, Yeah. So, does this shit look normal, like those dead ass trees out there, and just normal, like the branches usually all over the place? Some of those things are like 2 feet tall.
Like they could get a little water going on.
Those two things have been bare like that since they planted them. I think that's about 6 months of being there. Wouldn't you think just any other company would have at least ripped them out the ground or something? They seem to be driving through it. You can see the track marks.
Yeah,
there's clear track marks. You see them?
It doesn't look like they've been putting on the sprinkler system.
Oh, they do. It's flooded. It's cut off at the top, and then
and they drive through it and fuck it up more, huh?
Here's the wild shit. You see the one tree that they skipped when they were cutting the dog walk area? That one guy? Mm-hmm. That's the treasurer for the Metro West HOA Association. All of the HOAs in Metro West. And somehow he sits from his balcony and has no problem with the fact that at night this gets flooded, though he is the treasurer. So his job is to look at money all day.
Yeah.
So this is like the normal thing the treasurer would see as a red flag, you would imagine?
Yeah, probably.
You would think, right? I mean, you're the treasurer. You're not like, he's not he's not community relations. He's not like, oh, I don't understand that because I deal with other things. No, he deals with things like water bills and things that treasurers deal with.
Right.
And understands the cost of a tree, the cost of, not maintaining the property. And he has his own, what do you call it? Interest here in keeping his property value up, but doesn't want to keep it. I'm just wondering if maybe there's something going on here where there's like certain vendors that don't get their shit towed because they kick back, and maybe this cash gets funneled to the right hands.
That could be. You see, the only thing we thought was that like maybe these guys feel like other vendors are taking their jobs or something.
No, but here's the thing. See, so let me get this straight, just to clarify. You thought that the maintenance targeted you because they sell services.
Yes. They'd rather not let other people in because then they're losing out on the work or whatever.
You would think that, but the truth is they actually avoid doing any service and tell you to go find your own vendor. That they then tow.
Wow.
Yeah, they won't. They only will do emergency shit. So they'll cut your drywall if there's a leaky pipe behind it. They'll turn off your electricity if it's on fire. But they won't actually come and rewire anything. Okay. They don't offer interior house painting. I had to do my whole interior. If they were nice to us, we would have had them do the whole interior of our place. I didn't, you know what I mean? I like painting, but if they didn't give us a deal, why wouldn't we have? You know what I mean? Just to even earn a rapport with the people we have to see every day.
So maybe they just have it in with the tow truck guy, and it doesn't matter who it is. They'll still get the kickback from him though.
It does seem like a lot of people in the Google reviews, like if you Google review the HOA here and you just scroll down, every scroll you can visibly see someone complaining about their car being towed. All you have to do is like Instagram scroll it. Scroll, let it land where it lands. And look, it's like a video. It's almost like a drinking game. Like if you can get to the end.
Take a shot every time someone got their car towed.
Every time it says tow in a bad fashion, drink a shot. By the time you get to the end, you'll have alcohol poisoning.
See, that's what I mean. I don't know enough about the ins and outs of what goes on here. We're only in here like a day or two at a time and only like 4 or 5 times a year.
And I get it. You
don't see enough of it,
dude,
but like.
I have vendors.
What I saw yesterday, that didn't seem right. Something didn't seem right about the whole fucking thing,
It smelled fishy to you?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. And then just to be sure, because here,
and
you know what I mean?
He came in with the tow truck guy. Like, he passed by, and then next time he comes back, the 2 golf carts are, like, guiding him in, showing him right where to go,
Just guiding, like, almost like they're escorting him as like a private security.
Then they sat there and watched the whole time. Then they just sat there watching right there.
Yeah.
Both carts were parked right there, and all the maintenance guys are sitting there watching.
And you heard the guy downstairs say something similar happened to him, or they say they towed his moving van. And did you hear the tow truck guy how he was talking to me?
I didn't go down there because I was afraid.
I was going to knock him out.
No, I was afraid of. I didn't want to get involved because
I was scared I was going to knock him out.
Right, so
I didn't do it, but I was scared to because he cursed at me. He told me to go tell his fucking boss. He told me to go jerk my dick. Wow. He told me to, this is verbatim, bro. I don't speak like that. Yeah. If I tell you something, I say, hey, man, me and you need to go to the side in private. And in private, I say, if we have a problem, we can go throw hands somewhere or privately. You know what I mean? If we have a physical altercation, that's not a problem. We can do that and talk about it like men. But I would never even talk about a physical altercation like that. I'd actually talk to you just like I'm talking now.
You don't want people to see because then, he's obviously doing something shady because he doesn't want eyes on what he's doing,
That's how you feel, right?
Sure.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's why he's like, trying to strong arm you out of the way. Hey, don't worry about what's going on over here. Get back inside. Like, what does he care? He's just towing a car.
Well, he was practically standing on my welcome mat.
Yeah.
So that's why I opened the door. I said, excuse me, sir, can I help you? Because he's literally standing on my fucking welcome mat. And I have an interior camera that shows the inside of my place. So you can actually see him. They won't allow it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're not.
Are you serious?
Yeah. If you put a Ring camera up, they'll fine you for a Ring camera.
They got about 15 cameras all in every corner, facing every direction.
They can watch us, but we can't watch our own shit.
Wow.
And here's the crazy thing.
That can't be right.
My buddy Marcelo had a motorcycle here. Okay, he went out of town for 3 days. Okay, someone took a box cutter to his motorcycle. His motorcycle is relatively in front of the camera, about 8 cars up from the camera. He had a window, a time frame, went to the office, said, hey man, can you guys look into this? I have the time frame, can you just fast forward, try to see if you see who fucked up my bike? They said, only if you come with a cop and a warrant. What kind of wild shit is that for an office that offers security cameras to say?
I don't know. I think that's weird that you're not allowed to even put a camera to monitor your own front porch like that. That seems really weird to me.
And they're very adamant.
That's really weird.
It's like when it was brought up during the HOA meeting, it was like you would have thought you talked bad about someone's mother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was hysterical how they got belligerent over the idea of, hey, because what we did was there's Ring cameras you can install that will clasp a door like a C-clamp on each side, and then it won't actually affect the paint. It won't put holes in the wall because it clasps the door. Sure. And then the door can still close. So there's no afterwards maintenance for installation. It's like an extra $40 for the part. They denied us the ability to use that. I wonder why. Because their original idea was, well, you can't damage the stucco. But I said, okay, well, that's cool. You can use this to clasp the door. But they said still no cameras. Now, why is it we can't have our own cameras, but you can watch us?
I don't know. That's really strange.
And does that happen anywhere you've ever been?
Stucco damage already. They got
Have you ever? I mean, it does look like this place is not poorly maintained, right? Like,
That's what I mean. It looks like they do. It looks like it's okay. I would definitely say that some of that kind of stuff.
Look, this just happened. I was complaining. That was garbage. I was tripping. I have pictures I can show you that was covered in filth.
But like, yeah, I get it. But like,
you could do a little
glue. You could glue it. You know, they have gluable ones.
Well, also, tape. I mean, like I said, just a clasp
tape or something.
They have a thing you can clasp here.
Sure.
That you just and then
it just sits on that,
and
right?
it twists.
Yeah.
You twist it to the back. So that's a no. Then there's a no. You see what I mean? And then here is where you would have the bolt that would twist to the back to tighten it. So there'd be just a small bit of pressure. It wouldn't leave a dent in the door.
No.
You see what I'm saying? So, but they don't want us to be able to protect ourselves from them.
Right.
Is where I'm getting at with it.
Yeah. Then you got them all sitting around pointing at the cars they want to tow and calling the guy. You're going to get them on camera, you know.
And it does seem like they target, you know, like I said, they don't even do their own maintenance here, but they do want you to use their preferred vendors. And I wonder if you guys are on their kickback list. I'll bet you that if you go down there and say, hey man, I'll start giving you $100 per job, all of a sudden you can park.
We can park anywhere we want.
You can double park. Yeah. It doesn't matter, dude. You can double park, triple park.
Right. You're probably right.
You know what I mean? All you gotta do is have a conversation. Hey man, you want $100 every time we do a job?
Obviously we're not, because they, like I said, that last time we were here, he got in trouble for just bringing his saw and bringing an extension cord and like cutting it, you know, over it in the grass.
He was just in the grass.
Yeah, like so, you know, just off
mind
in the
his
grass.
own business.
The extension cord over there. They said you can't be cutting outside.
Maybe 10 minutes. How long does it take to cut trim? Maybe an hour.
Not even. No, he wasn't. We just had a few. I think we were doing drywall. And he was just cutting like strips for like, you know, like backer strips.
Oh my gosh! So it was.
And they came immediately. We're like, oh no, you can't come. You can't be cutting out here.
It was just to not have dust inside, so you didn't kill yourselves choking.
Yeah. So we just went to the porch and cut him on the porch and then swept the fucking shit out.
It was
like,
wild,
what's the
right?
point? Yeah, like what? That doesn't make sense.
And like, isn't it, dude? Like, I mean, look. So check this out. You see all those bushes right there? Don't they look like they're growing into the ground? Like literally, you can physically see the branches going towards the ground.
A little bit.
Isn't that weird? Like they drive past that every day. They don't have hedge clippers.
Yeah.
Just to come and take the ones that are growing downwards.
Sure.
Right? Like you would think your property maintenance, you would maintain the property. So the landscapers would landscape and you would maintain with their landscape. That doesn't seem to be happening.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean? And there just seems to be this regular thing here of that kind of behavior.
Looks like they just do.
Well, it's bare minimum to keep the rest of the money.
Yeah.
Now check this out.
Keep everybody off their backs to be like, oh, you're not doing shit.
Oh, well, we did that. Check out this math. I'm going to show you some math, right? So there's 400 units. Okay. 400 units here at 85% occupancy. Is paying $455 a month in HOA fees. That's the fees. Okay. The math on that at 12-month rate is $1.8 million. Does this look like they put 100 grand into this? 50 grand?
I couldn't say.
Because I have a feeling the bill is that high, or if not more, but it doesn't seem like we're getting that. You know what I mean? It's like buying a dozen eggs and then getting 2 eggs. You can't even make an omelet.
And I also think if you're paying for HOA,
like this kind of stuff would be
towing your guy's fucking car.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Doesn't it look dangerous even, like on the stairs?
Yeah,
the siding that's just falling apart.
Yep.
You know, and I get that these are old buildings and they need maintenance, but it's like, you know, you can at least keep the bushes trimmed. You could at least keep the floor clear.
Yeah.
You know, if you can't keep the grass alive, even though you could just stop driving on it to keep it alive.
Over there,
yeah, they could just
halfway worn down.
I mean, and it's clear, so it's like every day they get in it and they drive over it again.
Yeah.
And they drive over it again. And I make piles. Like, see that pile? There's a pile of sticks right there. You see that pile of sticks? Uh-huh. That's been there 3 or 4 days. I made that pile of sticks when I twisted my ankle on the other side of the complex. Look at that tree. You can see there's a dead, big-ass branch hanging from the knot in the middle. Right, you see it? Mm-hmm. They can get a ladder and pull that down, you know? But they don't want to work. They just want to talk shit and dig through my garbage.
Crazy.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just looking for something because I'm complaining.
I know that last time, too, that before the last time, there was an issue of they were monitoring what we were throwing out, too. We had to be we got told by our boss to make sure that we're not throwing things out that they are saying you can't. So, like,
So you're meaning that you went into the garbage can And
No,
you threw some stuff out, and someone went in after you, double checked, called your boss.
Like a few times before. Must have been a few times before. We threw something out, and then they made it a thing one time to say, only you can't throw like how they word it, like construction debris in there.
I mean, it makes sense.
But it was like construction debris. It's like, look what we're doing. We're not doing construction, right? I'm changing.
You're just doing drywall.
So like, if I throw these blinds in there, they can call that construction debris. But what am I supposed to do with these fucking things?
Exactly.
Like,
and blinds, that's a normal thing. Like,
yeah, like they moved out. They broke the people here broke the old blinds.
Yeah.
So they have to go somewhere. They were living here. They broke the blinds. I'm just
where else?
In a dumpster.
Where would the resident throw it away?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
That's what your point is.
Yeah. Right.
And that you're not doing things that require 2x4s.
Right. We're not throwing away.
You're not throwing away every fucking every large appliance,
drywall and wood and like toilets and like
carpet.
Right. Yeah. We're not throwing that out.
Okay.
We're just doing regular like maintenance, small shit. But we got told, be careful what you're throwing out because.
But how would they know what you were throwing out? Did they have a camera on you in the house?
They have cameras over there though, watching the.
But how would they have gotten into your trash? They would have had to open it, right?
Oh, they probably saw us throwing like a you see like the big one. Like we were throwing like that kind of shit, like the big
blinds.
Right,
okay, so there's not
so
proof
just
they were
the railing or
the
something.
trash.
They can see you doing that. You throw that in there or whatever. Snap it in half.
I had
in there.
I had an issue with some credit cards. So I had an alert, that people were trying to pull money out of our. My girl has a salon account. She does wedding hair and makeup, and she has a hair cutting salon. She has 2 jobs. Right. So at the hair cutting salon, someone tried to pull out money using a fake name and just the routing and account number. Then for the makeup company account, someone did the same thing. And I'm like, how'd they get both routing and account numbers? So I started thinking someone's digging through my trash.
Wow.
So I do a circle around here one day after throwing. I usually walk to the trash, but that day I was driving because we have a vehicle we put on Turo. I rented at the airport, and I had an O2 sensor go out. So I swapped the O2 sensor. I'm trying to drive and make sure the light don't come back on. So I'm doing extra drive. I usually walk. I'm in the house all day doing computer work. I like getting fresh air. So I walk with the dog. I walk, whatever. But so, I'm walking or I'm driving, and I see the maintenance guy leaving the garbage can area. Then I go and the button's freshly pressed. So I throw my bag in, I press my button. I'm like, this is kind of weird. I'm thinking about these credit cards. And I drive and I'm like, let me circle back. Let me just double check. And I go a little faster, but I still don't go crazy fast because I complain about how the security guard here drives that SUV like it's a Grand Theft Auto video game.
Yeah.
He slams the brakes, you see the chassis moving. Yeah, he thinks this is some gangster neighborhood where he gets to play Denzel in Training Day. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm talking about this other issue. So as I'm driving, I'm driving or whatever back to the garbage can, I will go a little faster than I normally go. And I actually see that one of the gentlemen that just passed us in the cart running out of the mouth of the garbage can. So he's in the dumpster right after I left, right after I just saw him leave before I got there. So it looks to me like he pressed the button, prepped it so that he could get in my trash. Then I threw it, and then he went and knew he could run and grab it. And then someone on a radio must have radioed to him because he couldn't see me from inside the dumpster. So there's got to be an accomplice. And this accomplice, the accomplice had to be watching the cameras and say, he's coming back around. He's coming back, And then he's running out the top. And then I pull up to him and I say, hey, buddy, what's the deal? And he just, he says nothing. I say, okay, well, you have a great day. And I kind of leave it at that. But I've never told another person this, but I'm going to tell you. So I'm having a mental breakdown because of this. I took a shit in my next trash can. I left it right on the top of the trash. And I put every piece of toilet paper in there. And I went and I looked crazy dropping it off so I knew they would go through it. And the next day, they're talking to each other in Spanish thinking, I don't understand that they're making jokes about going through poop. So it was like, though they think I have a language barrier, I don't, because I speak broken Spanish. So they go, aha, caca man, caca, caca. Talking to each other, saying the caca man.
Dude, I would definitely get a marker and in your bank statements and scratch out your fucking.
No, I want to get everyone arrested. Arrested.
I mean, so that they don't have to.
Because the best deterrent is your friends going to jail.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how. Especially because you can't put cameras up and shit. I don't know how you'd be able to do it. I don't know.
I think we would need probably like someone who does this kind of investigation for a living.
Yeah.
You know, there's people who do that. Sorry, I'm putting steps on your wall.
Oh yeah.
I know you guys are painting.
Yeah, we have to paint this wall.
All right.
I still got a lot to do. I actually got to get back to work.
I'll let you get back to it, man. Thank you, sir.
No problem, bro.
I apologize.
I wish I could help you. I wish I put my name on something, but like, I don't want to jeopardize my job. And like, I know my boss isn't going to do it. I already know how he is. He's not going to get involved, especially because he's not here and didn't see what's going on. Yeah. But like, I don't know. I don't want to jeopardize being able to come back in here by us pointing fingers and putting our names on shit. But I definitely agree with you, though. I don't think you're crazy, and I definitely think something was weird that was going on. I will say that, though. You know.
Thank you.
I do agree. You're
a good man.
It seemed real weird to me, but
thank you, sir.
Look into it a little more. Talk to the right people. Maybe you got something on your hands. You know.
Thank you, brother.
No problem, bro.
It's not just me. That's the exact guy I'm talking about too. See if we can get him. I can't really get him because it's too blurry. I'll point him out in another video.